The Trump administration is taking tons of arguably unconstitutional shortcuts to prevent people from defending themselves in deportation proceedings. One of those tools is called expedited removal, where they try to apprehend someone and remove them without allowing them to see an immigration judge. So just lots of dirty tactics going on right now. But one of the things that the Trump administration is urging people to do is to just self-deport, to voluntarily leave the US. I want to talk to you guys about one of the hidden consequences of voluntarily departing the United States. I have some thoughts on this and thought I should just put everything together in a video. So here is that video. The government is encouraging people to voluntarily depart the United States. And this is for obvious reasons. It's very expensive to locate someone, apprehend them, detain them, and then initiate deportation proceedings. Even though the Trump administration is taking tons of arguably unconstitutional shortcuts to prevent people from defending themselves in deportation proceedings. One of those tools is called expedited removal, where they try to apprehend someone and remove them without allowing them to see an immigration judge. So just lots of dirty tactics going on right now. But one of the things that the Trump administration is urging people to do is to just self-deport, to voluntarily leave the US. And you hear some of the administration officials encouraging talking points such as, if you leave, you can come back in the right way. We need to encourage legal immigration. You can't skip the line. You're cutting other people who are waiting in line to come here legally. So just leave and it'll go a long way and then you can come back legally. But that is actually very far from the reality of what will actually happen if someone who is unlawfully present in the United States leaves the US. Now, the flip side of this is if the judge grants voluntary departure and then you fail to depart the US in the specified period of time, the voluntary departure order will automatically convert into a final deportation order. So be very careful. Voluntary departure can be useful, especially if you have other immigration options that are currently pending that need a little bit of time to finish processing. But voluntary departure does not fix all of your immigration problems. Now, whether you accept voluntary departure in the context of deportation proceedings, or you just decide, you know what, I want to leave, I don't want to risk being detained by this Trump administration, I'm going to use the CBP One app to just plan my departure from the United States. No matter what, if you have been unlawfully present in the US for more than 1 year, the moment you leave the US, you're going to trigger a 10-year bar preventing you from coming back into the US. The only exception is if you're under the age of 18. Under the age of 18, you do not accrue unlawful presence in the same way that would trigger this bar. But on your 18th birthday, you will then begin to accrue unlawful presence. So by the time you reach your 19th birthday, you will now have 1 year of unlawful presence. And if you leave the US after that for any reason, whether it's to self-deport or to attend a consular interview abroad to get an immigrant visa to re-enter the US, you're gonna trigger a 10-year bar. And that's just something I feel like a lot of people aren't fully understanding. I see a lot of people who have like family petitions pending. It's gonna take a couple years before that pans out into a green card. And so they're just voluntarily departing the US. And I have to break the news to them, like the moment you left, you triggered a 10-year bar. And unless you qualify for an unlawful presence waiver, you're not gonna be able to re-enter lawfully within that 10-year period. And if you re-enter illegally during that 10-year bar period, you're probably gonna trigger a permanent bar. So that's like the worst thing you could actually do in this situation. All right, guys, that's the end of today's video. I just wanted to advise you on the consequences of departing the US after 1 full year of unlawful presence, because I feel like a lot of people are ignoring the consequences of the unlawful presence bars. So anyway, if you got any value out of this video, be sure to like the video or share it. If you are trying to stay up to date with all of the recent changes to immigration policies under the Trump administration, subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting out a few videos each week so that you can get these points from an immigration lawyer's perspective. If you need assistance with any immigration matter and you want to speak to an immigration attorney and hire a lawyer to assist you with your case, you should consider hiring me, Pouyan Darian. I'm an immigration attorney. I practice nationwide, and you can schedule a consultation by clicking the link in the video description below or by going to darianlaw.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for another video.